Hey guys, welcome back. It is Lucid. We are jumping back into Great Expectations, where I'm playing Middle-Aged Elm. Your favorite human nation, and yeah. Send a message out to everybody saying Throne of Gaia, frowny face, and then we cast Reanimation, as we will be doing pretty much for the rest of the game. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. We found Crown of Darkness. This is a really rare sight. I don't know if I've had it yet. Thaumaturgy bonus 40. 40 is a big, fat bonus. And 3 death gems, but it spreads disease. And I think I had noticed, because somebody got diseased here the turn before, so I'd cast it. But, I mean, I was probably going to site search it anyway. But this is huge. I mean, this is so huge. I think this is like a death 3 site, in terms of the path you have to be to find it, so it's good I cast Dark Knowledge on it. But Thaumaturgy 40 is so big. Now, normally, Thaumaturgy isn't a school you want to research that much, but let's go ahead and look at some of the things we can do. One of the good things is Worm That Walks is now going to be like an 18 gem mage, something like that. And so getting an immortal mage for 18 nature gems is pretty sick. It will make nature stuff ubiquitous everywhere. So that is pretty sweet. I do need a good nature income though. So right now my nature income is not awesome, but if I get it up, I'll be in good shape. So that is a reason to go Thaumaturgy. Another thing, in death, I get... I'm not going to be doing Burden of Time for sure. Leprosy, though, you can cast it, and it will disease big stacks. That's not a bad, horrible way to spend death gems. And Black Death, I think, kills population. So anyway, there's some death things I can kind of do. Earth doesn't have much. Fire, Purgatory is not going to be very useful this game. Air has some really good Thaumaturgy things. Galegate and Dark Skies. If I go up to Air 8, I do probably want to put Galegate up. I have great air access now that I have my Pretender out with a bunch of boosters. Dark Skies is good too, but Galegate probably my preference here. It's 20 air gems a turn, and it's going to make other people have hurricanes hit their province, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, that's... Let's see if there's any other important stuff that I'm missing here. Vengeful Waters, one of the better spells in the game. I could put that up for like 40 water gems. A pretty huge value. Divine Name and Gift of Reason also I'm able to spam out for very cheap. And this is actually, you know, a lot of times you think, okay, I want to have Well of Misery up or something for summoning Tartarians. The big cost in Tartarian Gate is often the Gift of Reason or Divine Name. So we now get to do that for super budget, which is going to be really good. So we might shift our strategy a little bit to be more about those kind of things. And this is a really good nation to spam out Tartarians with, because obviously we get really cheap gear. So that is good. And other rituals we can cast... Yeah, if you hit R, it will show you only rituals, so... Beckoning, I don't know if I've used that. I'm not sure, there's some options here, but... Galegate and Worm That Walks are some of the big ones, and then Divine Name and Gift of Reason are the other big ones. So that is good news. Very good news. In addition, we see this battle, which is a bit unfortunate. I think these are 2 fully geared... Or no, they're not geared. They're just 2 tyrants. But we see Enslaved Mind going off. And we can see that they have already taken control of the tyrants immediately. And they had pretty good magic resistance, I guess, but... yeah, they got nailed by Enslaved Mind basically right away. So I don't know if that was just luck, but he has a pretty big Communion back here spamming that stuff out. Let's go ahead and just look at the Communion real quick. in terms of the Communion Slaves, they have Reinvigoration 2, which is from their Bless. So he's not getting Earth Power or those kind of things on them. Is this Power of the Spheres? I think that might be Power of the Spheres also, so... yeah. So he's got some good stuff here, for sure. So Monkey's Enslaving Mind, gotta be careful. This is an event that comes from the Crown of Darkness. Got some air gems and some fire gems, very nice. And we finished the Palisades here, so we have a Master Mason here. We will eventually have a fully fledged Citadel in this province. And in the meantime, he's going to be the one that's upgrading it. We're also upgrading here. And then I made a decision, because Phalegra is basically dead now, that I'm going to go ahead and take this. It's not very clear how Jotunheim's going to keep these two provinces. I'm not sure if I want to take it from him yet. I'm kind of... yeah, I'm not super stoked about hurting him immediately, though I probably could. I'm not sure. I think this is... attacking Jotunheim probably would be in my best interest right now. But the problem is, if I attack Jotunheim, he's going to be so helpless he might try to make peace. And then upon making peace, it may make everybody at war with me. So it's kind of like I don't have too much to gain from attacking him, but I potentially could have all of a sudden everybody attacking me. Abyssia has a big doom stack here. A little scary. One of the things you can see I'm doing is I'm moving my people out away from the doom stack so I get to attack into my PD. I mean, into my province if he sits on top of me. Usually you don't want to have armies pinned inside forts, so we're just dodging that, basically. Yeah, so we've been through the events. For my Pretender, we are continuing to blood hunt. One more blood hunting and I should be able to do the Robe of the Magi, which is a +1 to all magic paths, so that would be pretty sweet. And this turn we should finish Construction 8, which means next turn we can start forging unique items, and we do have it limited where we can only forge one unique item a turn, so we'll have to pick and choose which ones we want to do. But anyway, that will probably be it for this turn. Not too much interesting going on. We will eventually be putting a fort up here. I think probably next turn. We're moving a barbarian in from... like, this guy's going to go... or no. This guy's going to come in up here, and he's going to build a fort. Now, he'll probably get diseased. And we have to be careful. We don't want to recruit armies here. But I do want to protect this. I mean, it's a 5-gem province. I don't want it to get raided. And whoever I have here casting thaumaturgy things, I don't want to worry about them getting killed. So, I probably could just lab it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and be safe and fort it. Though I probably won't upgrade the fort. I probably want to just protect it from raiders. So, we'll see. I think... it's also kind of a bad idea. Like, I'm definitely going to build a lab here. It's kind of bad to have unforted labs for raiders. People can jump in and then, like, cloud trapeze out and stuff. So, I think that's it for this turn. Any outgoing diplomacy? A message to Phalegra saying, well, we'll take a bit now that the resistance seems to be dying. So, basically I'm saying now that he's no longer able to resist, we're going to take this. And... I will take this one. The thing I've noticed here, having this scout here, is that there's PD, but it doesn't say a message about building a fort. So I don't have to worry about a fort coming up yet. We're going to stay in this province. I'm going to take this, and as soon as I see a fort coming up, I'm probably going to go kill it. This is not going to be relays long. Anyway, I think that's it for this turn. Let's go ahead and go to my current turn, which is turn 44. And I've already submitted it, but maybe we come up with something as we talk through it. Okay, so somebody claimed a Throne of the Earth. We have Reanimation, Create Revenant, Haru Specs. Oh, I kind of mentioned this. I did not mention this. Let's go back. Yeah, I cast Earthblood Deepwell. I barely have enough Earth Gems to cast it. In fact, I was like 2 or 3 short, so I had to alchemize a few pearls, but it's worth it because 1 turn of Earthblood Deepwell income I could turn back into the pearls if I wanted to. So, anyway, basically this is the setup. We have an Earth 3 dude. I took my youngest one, so he's age 52. I probably want to put a Boots of Youth on him. But he's got Staff of Elemental Mastery, Earth Boots, and Bloodstone. And that will allow him to cast Earthblood Deepwell. Barely. A lot of times when you put it up, you want to overcast it, like they could theoretically dispel it, but they don't know how many I put in it. And this early, it's unlikely it gets dispelled, especially it's unlikely it gets dispelled immediately, but it's possible. It's possible. Okay, so my current turn, we put Earthblood Deepwell up. We cast Reanimation some more. We have Heart Respects. Now, the other thing I'll say is I have been forging... I made a few of these Amulets of the Dead, and they are going to allow me to get 2 more Skeletons every time I use Reanimation. So they're definitely worth it if you're going to be spamming it out. Let's make sure there's only 2 types, because I was going through the other day. Yeah, there's only 2 types. Okay. But notice none of our Skeletons we get are the unarmored variety. Even the lightly armored ones, the dudes without a hat... they're still pretty solid. So, but yeah, we get 12 per turn, I think, if we cast it. Is that right? Yeah, we get 12 per turn. So, pretty good. And then once we have an army of about 200, we can probably march that right into the ocean. You can see we're starting to recruit Ichthids, because we're getting very close to the critical mass of things we're going to need to go underwater. 1 will be Alteration 9, so we can do Army of Lead. 2, I'm probably going to need Conjuration some, so I might do Conjuration before Blood. Conjuration, really, I can do it. I can get by with a Bane, and then put, like, one of the Death Hats on him, so he'll spam out Long Dead. Or I could do a Banelord. Or I could do a Wraithlord. And a Wraithlord may be the best option here, but I'm not sure I'm going to go all the way up to Conjuration 7. We'll have to see. But anyway, we're, what, 3 turns away from Alt 9? So that's going pretty well. No battles, really. There's a battle in Phalegra. He got attacked by Earth Gnomes. So, we forged... this turn we're going to be forging a Robe of the Magi. We had just gotten enough Blood Slaves. After this, I'm kind of done forging blood items. I think we're going to go to blood hunting so we have enough to do vampires. The thought was to kind of go Alteration, then Conjuration. This will also break me into water, because with Conjuration 6, I'm going to get... Streams from Hades, which my god can cast, kind of. My god is going to need the Robe of the Magi, the Staff of Elemental Mastery, that will get me up to Water 3. To get up to Water 4, I probably have to make a Water Bracelet. Or I'll probably make a Robe of the Ocean, or whatever you call it. Robe of the Sea. No, I guess I have to do a Water Bracelet, because I can't wear the Robe of the Sea the same time I do the other thing. So yeah, we're gonna make that, and then the lady we get from Streams of Hades is gonna be Water 3, Death 3, and she can then Water Site Search on my provinces or summon more of herself with that Water Bracelet. So that's probably what I'll do. We don't have a big water income, we just have a trickle, but we can turn this into a sizable water income. It's also going to allow me, once I have her, to do bottles of water, which I'm probably also going to want to put on the 2 people that I do send underwater, because I'm going to get assassinated by people with bottles of water. So if I have one of my own, it will definitely help to even the odds. So I think that's about it. That's most of what's kind of going on. I mean, you can see there's a bunch of kind of miscellaneous things I'm doing. I'm forging more research items. If we look at my laboratory, you can kind of get a sense for what I'm forging. I've got my Staff of Elemental Mastery here. We have... I think I put this back in. I don't think I've made another one of these. I'll definitely make one of these when I go underwater. But we've got Bows of War, Rabbit Feet. I'm making a lot of these Amulets of Anti-Magic. It's important I get these on important casters so they don't get mind blasted if I'm fighting Relay. Or they don't get mind blasted as easily anyway. Girdles of Might are just great to have all the time for Ulm, because it's a 1 gem item that's going to give us 3 reinvigoration. So those are going to be everywhere. And now that I have Earthblood Deepwell up, my Earth income is ridiculous. It's 33, so we're going to have more of those. And these Earth gems, I can turn into more hammers, and the more hammers I get, the more things I can make, like those Girdles of Might. So very good. We're sieging this. We did not break it, so next turn we'll probably break it. Meanwhile, we're moving another army in here. And this army is already scripted with what they're going to need in case anybody decides to bump us. We've got Fog Warriors, amongst some other things. But yeah, we'll be set. Oh, I don't know if I've scripted Fog Warriors yet, but it's coming. This guy should be doing anti-magic first turn, and then just miscellaneous stuff. It's very important if I'm potentially going to fight Relay that I do anti-magic turn 1. Otherwise, his Mind Blasters can kill mages and disrupt him. I mean, they still can, but they'll be more likely to kill mages and disrupt important spells that I need to get off. I think that's about it. Send a message to Jotunheim saying, seems the war with Abyssia is dragging on. Maybe he's gaining some ground. What type of stuff is Abyssia doing? So I'm asking about like what Abyssia is doing when he's fighting. And that will be useful for me later. But we can see the war does not appear to be going super well for Jotunheim. He's got a few Wolf Raiders out, just kind of attacking stuff. I assume this is a Scrotty also. But Abyssia seems to be making major progress. I think this was Jotunheim's, I think this was Jotunheim's, and this is Jotunheim's cap circle, and Abyssia's got stuff inside it. And while things are going kind of well down here with Phalegra, it doesn't look like Jotunheim is going to get much of the spoils. It looks like Bandar Log is going to have bigger armies here to take most of the spoils from Phalegra. So we're going to see how much we can take. I'm probably going to take this. I may also take... I have to figure out if I'm going to ask Jotunheim for those. He definitely is not going to want to give them to me. He can trace income back through his water provinces, even if he doesn't have any... Like, even if he loses these parts. But I'm probably going to take this and this. And then I could have potentially bumped Bandar here if he takes like 2 turns to get there. Well, no, I probably won't. But anyway. The problem, too, is Bandar fighting Phalegra is going to get all these tyrants probably with Enslaved Mind. So he's going to get a lot of them. I mean, he got 2 from that fight. Or was it last turn? Yeah, it was last turn. We'll take a quick look at score graphs again, and then we'll probably call an end to this episode. So provinces, you can see I haven't gotten an update on everybody really quick, but here's Abyssia. So they like started out here, but the war seems to be going kind of good for them. I think it's gone up to, I think I like it right here right now, judging by the current kind of map. Phalegra has gotten their butt kicked. They're basically down and out down here. Jotunheim I haven't gotten an update on in a while. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a while, but they're probably right about here, if I had to guess. Bandar Log I haven't gotten an update on in a while either. So I am trying to get my spies back in their capitals. So Abyssia I've got here. Jotunheim, we're moving a spy in this turn, and then Bandar Log, we are going to move a spy in also. I think, where are they? Yeah, there's Bandar Log. So hopefully in a few turns we'll have an update on their score graphs, which would be nice. In terms of research, yeah, we hit Construction 8 this turn, and we are going up to Alt 9 next. There's a few things I want to forge. The thing I'm forging this turn for Construction 8 is the Crown of Despair, which is this item. And on one hand, it's good just because it's a gem gen item that gives you 1 per month for 10 gems. So with the hammer, it's 8 gems, so it pays itself off in 8 months, which is nice. But also, and this is not normally important, but it's important for me, is it gives a ritual reanimation bonus. So I'm going to get an additional +4. So basically, instead of getting 10 per cast with this guy, I'm going to get 16, which is going to be pretty sweet with both this amulet and with that item. So basically, it's going to be a pretty good pickup for me. Next turn, I will probably forge this item. If I can find it. Atlas of Creation, which is going to give me +1 Earth, +1 Nature, +1 Astral. It's tainted, so you don't want to hold on to it for too long, especially on an important mage. But these are very important boosts, so it's good just in and of itself for that. But the real value is Record of Creation, which is going to give you... It's going to find all the sites in the province that mage is in. Basically, I can just hand it off from mage to mage in every one of my labbed provinces. And we can find every magic site there, which will take about a year. And then after that, we can do the much slower business of having mages walk around with it. So, anyway, that is kind of what we've got going on there. Trying to think if there's anything else worthy of talking about. Alt 9 and then Conjuration 6. We may go up to Conjuration 7 to give us Wraith Lords, I'm not sure. Probably 6. And then Blood Magic, yep. So I think that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode and the series so far. And anyway, it's looking like it's turning out pretty well for us. There's a few big powers in the game. We've got Bandarlog, who is pretty big. We've got Jotunheim, who's pretty big, but has been kind of in a grindy war for most of the game. And we've got Abyssia, who's pretty stable and mid-size, and Relay, who's pretty big. So the game state's pretty balanced in terms of who's the most powerful. I'm probably in the number 1 spot right now, but probably not far enough ahead, and I definitely have a big military, where people don't really like messing with you in the number 1 spot while you've still got a big military. So, I imagine once Bandarlog kills Falegra, he's going to probably try to find an ally and fight me, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I want to kill Relay. If I kill Relay, I think I basically am going to win. Going in the ocean's tricky, and fighting assassins is tricky, but I think I can do it. Anyway, we'll find out as the game goes on, so thank you guys. See ya.